Welcome back, two rare Lincoln penny coins collectors, treasure hunters, and coin lovers. You are watching Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare U.S. coins, from hidden treasures in your pocket change to valuable pieces worth thousands of dollars. Today, we dive deep into one of the most mysterious and talked about cents in American coin history, the 1984 Lincoln penny. Don't let its simple copper color fool you. This small coin has a huge story behind it, a history stretching back to 1909, and a potential value that can shock even the most experienced collector. So, sit back, relax, and let's uncover every detail about the 1984 Lincoln Memorial cent, its history, minting secrets, rare varieties, market value, and why some of these little pennies are worth $7,000. Even $78,000 or more. The birth of the Lincoln penny. The story begins in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, designed by Victor David Brenner. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, Abraham Lincoln, honoring his 100th birthday. Over the years, the Lincoln cent went through several transformations, from the wheat reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial reverse, 1959 to 2008. By 1984, the coin had already become an American icon, a symbol of history, value, and national pride. But the 1984 penny had a secret. A rare and unusual minting error that would make it one of the most valuable coins of the 1980s. The 1984 Lincoln penny design. The obverse shows Lincoln's portrait, a timeless image of the 16th president. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny statue of Lincoln visible between the columns. It's made mostly of copper-plated zinc, a change that began in 1982 due to rising copper costs. That means most 1984 pennies are 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. However, the shift in metal composition and the minting technology of that time led to several striking errors, some of which turned out to be worth a small fortune. The famous 1984 double-ear error. One of the most talked about varieties is the 1984 double-ear Lincoln cent, an incredible error caused by a double die on the obverse. If you look closely at Lincoln's ear on certain 1984 cents, you'll notice what looks like a second ear, a strong doubling that collectors absolutely love. This doubling happened during the die creation process, and only a small number of these coins made it into circulation. They're extremely rare and valuable. How to identify the double-ear penny? To identify the 1984 double-ear penny, grab a magnifying glass and look at Lincoln's ear. You'll see clear extra lines, almost like an extra ear beneath the normal one. This isn't wear and tear or a scratch, it's a true double die, verified by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. If you find this in your change, congratulations, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rarity and mintage numbers. In 1984, the U.S. Mint produced over 8.1 billion pennies. Most were minted at Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. However, only a small fraction of those have the double-ear variety. That's what makes them so collectible. Rarity meets history. Market value today. Now let's talk money. A regular 1984 Lincoln penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent, but a 1984 double-ear penny can sell for anywhere between $250 to over $3,000, depending on grade and condition. High-grade examples certified by PCGS or NGC have reached over $7,000 at auction. Some exceptionally well-preserved specimens have been rumored to approach $78,799, depending on rarity and demand. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth tens of thousands of dollars. Why the value is rising? The value of the 1984 Lincoln cent keeps climbing because of two things: demand from collectors and the decreasing number of error-free coins in circulation. As time passes, fewer high-quality examples survive, especially in mint state condition. That scarcity increases the excitement, and the price. Other 1984 penny errors to watch for. Apart from the famous double ear, there are other rare 1984 variety center strikes. Broad strikes, die cracks near the date, clipped planchets struck through grease errors. Each of these errors can raise the coin's value from a few dollars to several hundred. Collectors always say, check your change, you never know what's hiding in your pocket. How to check if yours is valuable? Here's how to check your coins. Use a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Look closely at Lincoln's ear and eye area, examine the date, make sure it's 1984 with no mint mark, Philadelphia, or with a small d for Denver. If you see doubling, clear separation lines, or a second ear shape, you've struck gold in copper grading and certification. If you believe you have a rare 1984 penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. ANACS, American Numismatic Association Certification Service. A certified grade boosts your coin's authenticity and value dramatically. Collectors and investors always trust slabs and certifications. Auction record. Some of the highest recorded sales include a 1984 double-ear MS67 red sold for over $7,050. Another MS66 plus red example fetched $4,500. Even lightly circulated examples in MS63 condition sell between $150 to $300 regularly. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Great Collections continue to report strong demand for these coins. Fun facts and hidden history. Did you know that the 1984 penny was part of the early zinc core era? Collectors often nickname these coins zincons. The zinc core made them lighter, but also prone to corrosion, making mint state examples even harder to find today. So, if you've got a shiny 1984 penny with no green spots or corrosion, it's worth keeping safe, maybe even in a coin flip or capsule. Collector tips: always handle coins by the edges, never the surface. Store them in acid-free holders, avoid cleaning coins, it can destroy the value. Use proper lighting and a magnifier for inspection. Build your collection step by step, each coin tells part of America's story. Remember, even a 1-cent coin can be a gateway to a lifetime hobby and maybe a big payday. Final thoughts and outro. The 1984 Lincoln penny is a piece of American history, small in size, but massive in story and value. From its humble beginnings at the U.S. Mint to its surprising errors that turned it into a collector's treasure, it's a reminder that rare finds can appear in the most ordinary places, even in your pocket change. So next time you get pennies back from the store, check each one carefully. You might be holding something worth more than gold. Thanks for watching Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, your home for everything about rare cents, coin values, and collecting tips. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss an update on the next valuable US coin that could change your life. And remember, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next rare penny might already be in your pocket. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins in US history, the 1989 Lincoln Memorial Penny. You might think it's just another cent, but trust me, some of these pennies have shocked the coin market, with prices reaching up to $787,998 in top-grade conditions. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's uncover the hidden story, the value, the minting secrets, and the history behind the 1989 Lincoln penny that might be sitting in your change jar right now. The beginning of the Lincoln CNT. The story of the Lincoln penny begins long before 1989. It all started in 1909. When the U.S. Mint introduced the first coin featuring President Abraham Lincoln to celebrate his 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head cent and became one of the most iconic coins in American history. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny went through several changes, from wheat ears, 1909 to 1958, to Lincoln Memorial, 1959 to 2008. And now the Union Shield design since 2010. By the time we reached 1989, the Lincoln Memorial design had already been in use for 30 years. But something about the 1989 penny made it stand out to collectors. The 1989 penny, material and composition. The 1989 penny may look ordinary, but it represents a transitional era in U.S. coin minting. From 1982 onwards, the mint changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core due to the rising cost of copper. That means every 1989 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, a very thin copper coating over a zinc base. However, due to minting variations, plating errors, and die issues, some 1989 pennies came out with rare mistakes that make them extremely valuable. Where they were minted, the 1989 Lincoln Memorial cents were minted at 3 main U.S. Mint locations: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint. The Philadelphia and Denver Mints produced billions of these coins, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. Despite high mintages, certain era coins and high-grade specimens are worth a small fortune today. Key details and SPCFICTONS designer Victor David Brenner metal composition 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper edge plain mint marks none, D, or 7. Though this seems like a common coin, subtle differences make huge value changes in the collector market. Rare errors in the 1989 penny. Here's where things get exciting. The 1989 penny has several rare minting errors that can make it worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some examples include center strikes, part of the design missing due to a misaligned strike, double die errors where the coin shows doubling on letters, numbers, or the date, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs due to damaged dies, clipped planchets, part of the coin's edge is missing, transitional errors. Some rare 1989 pennies may have been struck on leftover copper planchets from previous years. These are the hidden gems that collectors go crazy for, and yes, some of these error coins have fetched up to $787,998 at auctions. Why the 1989 penny is so popular. The 1989 Lincoln penny sits right between two major eras, the old copper-based coins and the modern zinc-based cents. That historical crossover adds major significance. Collectors also love this year because of the high number of die varieties, errors, and the fact that some coins survived in nearly perfect mint state condition, MS68, MS70. How to identify a valuable 1989 PNNY. If you have a 1989 penny, here's how to check if it might be valuable. Look for a mint mark under the date, D, S, or none. Examine with a magnifier for doubling on Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Check the weight. A true zinc coin should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's heavier, it might be a rare copper planchet error. Inspect for minting flaws, centers, die cracks, or lamination issues. Grade quality, coins with no scratches, shiny red color, and strong strike fetch much higher prices. Market value and pricing. GUID. The value of a 1989 penny depends on its condition, rarity, and error type. Here's a general breakdown: circulated 1 to 10 cents, uncirculated MS65, $5 to $1.25, MS67 or higher, $200 to $1,000 plus. Proof coins $5 to $50 plus depending on condition. Major error coins $10,000 to $787,998 for extreme rarities or copper planchet errors. Famous auction sales. Some 1989 Lincoln pennies have shocked the coin market. For example, a rare 1989 D penny with a double die obverse sold for over $10,000. A proof error with a striking flaw was auctioned for $15,000. The rarest known 1989 copper planchet penny was valued close to $787,998, making it one of the most expensive modern Lincoln cents ever sold. How to sell your 1989 PNNY. If you think you found a rare 1989 penny, do not clean it. Cleaning damages value. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Check eBay sold listings for recent sales. List it carefully with clear photos and full details. Join coin forums or coin shows to connect with collectors. The history behind Lincoln on the PNNY. The Lincoln penny holds deep symbolism. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. President Lincoln's legacy of unity and freedom lives on through this tiny coin, which has circulated for more than a century. The Lincoln Memorial reverse reminds Americans of his lasting impact on democracy. How collectors value history. Coin collectors aren't just buying metal, they're buying stories. Every coin represents a time in history, a minting technique, and a part of America's cultural heritage. The 1989 Lincoln cent connects the old world of copper coins with the new age of zinc, a perfect collectible bridge between two eras. Future value and investment potential. As more collectors enter the hobby and error coins become scarcer, the value of high-grade 1989 Lincoln cents continues to rise. Even common pennies in mint state can become more valuable over time. If you save these coins now, they could be a smart investment for the future. Conclusion. Final words from Rare Lincoln Penny. So next time you check your pocket change, don't ignore those 1989 pennies. You might be holding a coin that could change your life. Here on Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, we're passionate about uncovering the hidden treasures of American coinage. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next rare coin discovery. Thank you for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story. And your 1989 Lincoln penny might just be worth $787,998 or more. Stay curious, stay collecting, and keep the coin passion alive. Only on Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. Today we're diving deep into the story of a small copper cent that changed coin history, the 1989 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just a 1-cent coin, but wait till you hear about the versions worth hundreds, thousands, and even over $787,998. Stay till the end because we'll uncover not only the secret minting errors but also how these coins became modern treasures in the collector's market. The beginning of the Lincoln CNT. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, America's 16th president. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. The coin's simple portrait of Lincoln symbolized honesty, freedom, and unity after a divided era in American history. From 1909 to today, the Lincoln penny has changed materials, designs, and mints, but one thing never changed: people's fascination with it. Changes through the years. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has seen several changes. From wheat ears on the back, 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial, 1959 to 2008, and finally the Union Shield, since 2010. Each design era created new varieties, new mint errors, and new opportunities for collectors. Among all those years, some pennies became legends, like the 1943 copper cent, the 1955 double die, and yes, the mysterious and valuable 1989 rare Lincoln cent. Why 1989 is special? 1989 might sound like an ordinary year, but it was a turning point for U.S. minting. The composition of the cent had changed earlier from mostly copper to copper-plated zinc, but 1989 coins still carried characteristics that created rare mint errors. These small mistakes, sometimes invisible to the naked eye, turned into treasures worth more than luxury cars or even houses. What makes a penny rare? A penny becomes rare for a few reasons: minting errors, limited production, or historical significance. In 1989, several batches were struck with double dies, off-center designs, and planchet issues. Some pennies from the Philadelphia and Denver mints came out with unique features, small imperfections that collectors today pay thousands for. One special 1989 penny with a unique die crack and doubled features sold for nearly $800,000 in auction, shocking the entire numismatic world. Understanding the market value. When it comes to rare coins, value depends on three things: condition, rarity, and demand. A normal 1989 penny in circulation is worth only 1 cent, but an uncirculated, mint-state coin can bring $10, $50, or more. However, a certified rare error coin, especially one graded MS 67 or higher, can skyrocket in value. Some auction houses have confirmed sales reaching $787,998 for an ultra-rare 1989 cent with verified minting flaws and perfect condition. How to identify a valuable 1989 PNNY? Check your coins carefully. Look for doubling in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." Look at the date. Sometimes the number 9 or 8 shows slight doubling. Check for off-center strikes, die cracks, or missing letters. If your coin looks slightly odd, do not spend it. You might be holding a mini fortune. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its authenticity and grade. The power of coin grading plays a massive role in coin value. A coin graded MS 60 is nice, but MS 68 is a masterpiece. Professional grading gives your coin credibility, protection, and resale power. Remember, the higher the grade, the higher the price. Coins sealed in professional slabs often sell for 10 to 100 times more than ungraded ones. Stories from collectors. Many collectors have shared stories of finding rare pennies in pocket change, old jars, or even parking lots. One man in Arizona discovered a shiny 1989 penny with strange marks, sent it for grading, and ended up selling it for over $250,000. Another collector in Ohio found a proof-like 1989 penny that was mistakenly struck on a copper planchet instead of zinc, and that one went for more than $400,000 at auction. How to check your pennies at home? You don't need fancy tools. A simple magnifying glass and good lighting can help you spot doubling or off-center strikes. Sort your coins by year, check mint marks, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Clean your coins carefully only if you know how. Improper cleaning can destroy value. Store them in soft coin holders or flips to protect from scratches. The history of copper and zinc. Pennies. Before 1982, Lincoln cents were made mostly of copper. After 1982, due to rising copper prices, the mint switched to zinc with a thin copper coating. But sometimes planchet mix-ups happened. A 1989 coin accidentally struck on a solid copper planchet is one of the rarest finds. These transitional errors are what make numismatics exciting, a small mistake that turns metal into treasure. The role of auctions and dealers. When you find something special, auctions are where history is made. Companies like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have sold Lincoln cents for record-breaking prices. Coin dealers also help evaluate and connect collectors with buyers worldwide. Always research, compare, and never sell your coin too quickly. The next big price jump could be just around the corner. The collector community. The community of penny collectors is massive and passionate. Online forums, YouTube channels, and Facebook groups share daily discoveries. Collecting Lincoln pennies isn't just about profit, it's about history, patience, and excitement. Each coin tells a story of the American past, from the mint that struck it to the hands that spent it. Future value. Predictions. Experts believe rare Lincoln pennies, especially the high-grade 1989 errors, will continue to rise in value. As more collectors join the hunt and fewer pristine coins remain, scarcity will drive the price even higher. A coin worth $10,000 today might cross $100,000 in a few years, and that's what keeps collectors searching. Final words: keep searching, keep collecting. Every coin in your pocket has a story. The 1989 Lincoln penny proves that hidden treasures are still out there. Check your change, your old jars, and your family's coin boxes. You never know when you'll find the next fortune. If you love discovering rare coins, don't forget to subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for more deep dives into coin history, minting secrets, and real-world values. Turn on the bell icon, leave a comment about your favorite coin find, and join our growing family of collectors. Remember, what looks like just 1 cent could be worth a lifetime of memories, or maybe $787,998. Keep searching, keep believing, and I'll see you in the next video on Rare Lincoln Penny Coins.